Hi, Miss L here. This week in Cherry Room, we have started our topic of buildings. So on a Monday, we started with shapes and different shapes that are part of the buildings. So here we've got some buildings with squares, rectangles, triangles. And so firstly, all the children had to identify the different shapes. And then we played a game where I gave them lots of different items that are different shapes, like pizzas that look like triangles, eyes that look like circles, and they had to take those and match them to the correct shape. Now, most of the students were able to say all of the shapes. A lot of the students already knew the shapes, which was great to see. So then we continued our shapes practice on Wednesday, where we had to create our own house using shapes. So firstly, we looked around the room and we identified different parts of the room: the roof, the floor, the windows, the doors. We counted how many were in the room as well. And then we got to create our own house with walls, roof, doors, windows, and stick them together and create our own little fantasy house. Now for our story this week, we read Circle, which is about some shapes that they were warned not to go behind a waterfall, but they go inside anyway, and they find themselves in a very dark area, see another set of eyes, but they're not sure what the shape is. So they get scared and they run back out, and then they discuss with each other, what was that shape? And so it goes through lots of different shapes like circle, square, triangle for the kids to identify, but then it also lets them close their eyes and imagine different shapes themselves. And so we had a little bit of a talk about what types of shapes we can imagine ourselves as well. Thank you, see you next week.